with Shake Shack behind me, and this building with lots of fake flowers is Louis Vuitton. Unfortunately, it's already raining, but welcome anyhow. I'm on this shopping street area of New York City along the 9th Avenue, and I started coming down from actually the overhead High Line and walking in from the Louis Vuitton Junction of Washington. So I will just continue walking and braving the rain here. I'm just outside the shop, and they have a lot of postcards from different parts of Italy like Portofino, Toscana, Salento, and also places like the Lago Maggiore. Very interesting postcards of different parts of Italy. This is a shopping street. I started from Louis Vuitton, and then I passed by Bailey and Audemars Piguet, Brunello, Cucinelli, Hermes. This is Little West 12th Street. I'm at the junction of Horatio and Greenwich, and it's already the beginning of the Greenwich Village Historic District. Making a turn here at the Horatio, I head downwards towards the Hudson Street. Now I'm on Hudson Street and walking towards the 911 World Trade Center area. I just passed by the Jane Street and 12th Street along Hudson, and now I have entered the Abingdon Square. Beautiful flowers. This is Abingdon Square. Small little park. Crossing over from Abingdon Square, you will see this gourmet garage, and then right here I'm at the Bank Street. Bank. Continuing from Bank Street, SOBANK, the next street is 11th Street. So I noticed now from 12th to 11th there is a street in between called Bank Street, and previously before Street 12 is Jane Street. So now it's not simply by street numbers. This could be already pretty near Chinatown because it starts seeing Chinese. It's actually walkable distance from here. But I will head forward towards the 911 World Trade Center first. You still see some nice brands over here. So this is the 11th Street Junction. Coming up next is Paris Street. You start seeing little restaurants like this, like in Europe, especially like in Paris, you know, where people sit and face the road. So this part of New York is like this, and this is Paris Street. Still on Hudson, along Hudson, the next is Charles Street. If you notice, they are all names. After Charles Street, Like I said, they're all like names of people: Jane, Perry, Charles. And I would like to highlight all these metal staircases, right, which is very unique in New York. Another thing unique is down steps to the shops below. It's like dungeons. Sometimes they are like storage places or kitchens of the restaurants. So you have to go down, and you have to be very careful when you walk not to fall into all these. So since this one is a restaurant, it should be a kitchen downstairs. And like I say, like Europe, here you have little restaurants with extensions outside, either in little huts, or they just have it along the pathway outside the original restaurant. And again, see, so that's where they store the stuff below. I think it could be something to do with the high rental as well, so having something in the basement is cheap. Next is the 10th Street. So there are still numbers of the street named after numbers going in a descending order. At the same time, you have other named streets in between. Unlike nearer the downtown area or the city area, every street just goes up or down in numbers. But here in between, you have some other streets. I have just crossed Christopher Street, and I realized Hudson Street now has another name called Sylvia Riviera Way. And the next ahead is Grove Street. Now no more human names, Grove, Grove Street. So they have discontinued the number descending order again. And let's see when it picks up. On Barrow Street, I continue ahead. I just passed by Morton Street. Now from here there are two different names of streets. To the right here is Leroy, and then to the left is St. Luke's Place. Straight ahead we are still on Hudson. Walk past Clarkson Street, and you see this very colorful, beautiful wall opposite. And I head on. It says West Side Highway to the left. Okay, and I'm on West Houston Street. So from here you can feel that it's a little different. Many more cars, many more people walking along the way. It's more like an office area here. Coming on next is King Street. Just looking back. Now this is King Street, and I head on. Just passed by Charlton, and this is Westville Hudson. It's a restaurant. It's beginning to rain again. It's not quite a good day to be out. Food carts. The concept of food cart here in the States and in Asia is of course not the same. I love her umbrella, well covered. And this is Van Dam Street, Vandam. This is Spring Street. The rain is getting heavier and heavier. If you go into Spring Street that way, there's a sign that says Holland Tunnel, keep right. I stick on Hudson. This is Dominic Street. There's only a small slit road here, but nothing on the right hand side. It's a building. This building is 261 Hudson, and I suspect they are like residences because I see lots of mailboxes inside here. So it's like a residence. Luxury rentals. I saw a young lady entering with a whole bag of groceries, so very likely it's residence. This street is Broome Street, B-R-O-O-M-E. Likewise, it's only towards the left. On the right here, buildings. And I already can see high flyers ahead of me. I'm getting close. Here I am, I can see the Holland Tunnel. Also under the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. And this is Canal Street. Canal Street, other end is Chinatown. It may be the same street name, but it may not be walkable. You have to take a bus or a taxi or some vehicle. So I will just head on straight towards my 911 first. On my right, it says use West Street North to Lincoln Tunnel. This is Canal Street. Then this is Holland Tunnel. I hit straight. At Vestry Street here, you can see the traffic is building up because everyone is trying to hit the tunnels. It could also be because office hour is over. Currently it's like 5:15 in the evening, so maybe office is over. There's an interesting building ahead. Now this is Laight Street. I'm not sure if that's the right way to pronounce it. L-A-I-G-H-T. And I'm just about to cross it. I can see some signs over there saying downtown to the left and then Brooklyn. Yeah, it's blocking my way. Okay, so to the left is downtown, straight ahead is Brooklyn, and you're going to go uptown back to Hudson Street is on the right. And I just passed Hubert Street, H-U-B-E-R-T. Okay. Next is Erickson. Now I just mentioned that next is Erickson. Yes, truly Erickson Place is towards the left where this building is. But on this other side it says Beach Street. I just crossed the Northmore Street, and as I continue struggling in the rain, Isemiyake, popular Japanese brand. Nice designs. Just past Franklin Street. This ahead is Leonard. It's only on one side. Once again, like the earlier two streets. And ahead is Harrison Street. And this restaurant is very interesting, but for weather like this, I don't think anyone will want to dine here. And it's quite impossible for the servers to bring the food across in the rain. So meaning there's restriction to their business. Ahead is Harrison. This time round, Harrison Street only exists on the right hand side, whereas the left hand side is just a garage. Coming on next is Worth Street, as of worthwhile. And this one is only on the left hand side. Right is building. Oh, you see, very lonely. J Street next, only on the right hand side. I wonder what is this building, 60 Hudson Street. It looks very solid. Oh, I can't wait to go under shelter. I'm getting very wet. My jeans are wet. My shoes are wet. It's very uncomfortable. Next ahead is Duane Street. This is Duane Park after Duane Street. And the next street is... I can't see it. Very strange, there's no name to this street. Anyway, this is a map. Now I understand why I couldn't see the street name, because it's badly bent. It's also called Duane Street, meaning it's like a parallel thing. Maybe because, oh, it's like a loop. So you U-turn out from the other Duane Street to this Duane Street. Now I got it. Okay, let's continue. As you can see, thank God, I see high flyers. The buildings are nearer and nearer, and that means I'm nearer to civilization. I need to go on the shelter ASAP. This is Reed Street, and right here, this triangular area is called James Bourgedas Triangle. James Bourgedas Triangle. So it's an outdoor dining area. It's quite common for people to grab a sandwich and a drink for lunch, and they can just sit out and dine in areas like these for lunch usually. The current time now is 5:36 in the evening. I'm walking very slowly because I don't want to slip and trip. So there's a subway station here. And I could also see that the Hudson Street is no longer called Hudson Street. Now we have connected to West Broadway. The name of this station is Chambers Street Station. So obviously this is Chambers Street. Just cross over from there. Now I'm at the Chambers Street and West Broadway junction. There is no more Hudson Street. It has discontinued. I continue to head on this Broadway road. As you can see, it's very alive here. Much noisier. Many cars, lots of horns, and many people. Next street ahead is Warren Street. Okay, this is Murray Street, and I see Target there. Then I know now I am very near the 911. At Park Place Street now. Okay, West Side Highway to the right, and this is Barclay Street, still along West Broadway. As you can see, with all these buildings, we are very much into the financial district. I aim to go to World Trade Center at least, and the Oculus, but because of the weather condition, as well as there's a high chance that sun will set soon due to the weather again, I think it's pointless for me to head on to Brooklyn Bridge. It is definitely a huge disappointment on my part. I guess I just have to leave it for the next time, the next video. Can you see? We are almost at the Oculus. And the Oculus is just opposite the World Trade Center. The 911 twin buildings. With Oculus on the left, the 911 memorial will be on the right. It has been at least 3 years since pre-COVID times that I came. I just can't believe it that it has been 3 years. How time flies. Okay, this is the Oculus, and this building right ahead is the Memorial Museum, and this one here, the two big holes, they were once the twin buildings. So I start off with this one first. It says here, this is the North Pole, and the South Pole is on the other side. Here I is the North Pole. It's like a bottomless pit there. It's always like a waterfall here, nothing to do with the rain. And you can see a lot of names here of all the victims during 9/11. Opposite with the dome-shaped roof is the Brookfield Place. It's a shopping center in there, the high plaza. Let me walk over to the South Pole. I have to hold my breath. I smell something I do not like. Okay, some more fresh air now. Smell is very strong. Even with my mask I can smell. Some years ago I did enter this museum. It's very sad to see all the pictures and videos or listen to the audios that they play. And I will not enter this time since I have been there before. Okay. It's always a sad feeling to be here. This one is for exit only. I don't think anyone will smile when they come out of this place. Okay. This is the South Pole. I once stayed in the hotel just opposite the one in white. It's club quarters. How I wish I lived there today, because I want to go back and change. Sometimes people stick flower stalks here, but not today. They have memorial guides and ticketing machines for museum tickets here. When I was last here, I remembered I was very fortunate. We could enter for free because there was one day it was free. So my timing was just perfect. I came without knowing and I managed to enter for free. And over here, you see a lot of police cars. NYPD is police car. You see another one opposite and a few more ahead. And that road after is blocked, the one that leads to the hotel I mentioned. It seems that it's permanently blocked. You can walk through though, you just can't drive through. So I'm going to enter the Oculus now. Hi, so right now I'm going to say goodbye to all of you. I finally arrived at the World Trade Center 9/11 Memorial as well as the Oculus behind me. I started off this video with pictures from the New York Times along the 41st Street area, and I walked towards the vessel at Hudson Yards, and from the vessel I was on my on the overhead bridge, all the way, and we walked through towards Chelsea Market, and then finally getting off the bridge, I walked downwards towards the shopping area, and right now here I am finally after walking many streets. So I do hope that you like this very long video, and kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel. Pardon my holding onto the umbrella half the time, but it has been quite an awfully wet day, and just like to say goodbye. See you. Yes, so one final comment. It took me about 4.5 hours to walk thus far, but of course I did take a short break, had a burger and some drinks, and I had to anyway because of the rain. So if you were to walk very fast and if there is no weather issue, it should be slightly shorter if you walk the stretch.